So dentistry meets music. Let's start there, right?
Having the musical element and then becoming a dentist and then somehow accidentally combining the two, that's just what was destined for me to happen.
Yeah.
Being able to write a good parody is not easy.
There was a Hotline Bling root canal rap that you did. Look at him laughing, right?
Hotline Bling was the big track at the time. I was waiting for a patient to come in for root canal. They didn't come in and the song was playing. I just started freestyling over the top of it about root canal. And I thought it was quite funny. So then I sent it to a mate of mine. And he was like, dude, this is hilarious. You should put it online.
It went viral.
In my eyebrows, they started doing their thing, which was totally unintentional as well. They just started moving and people picked up on it. Oh, his eyebrows are so cool. Camera 1, camera 2, in the middle, out the sides, Mexican wave.
Turkey teeth. Let's go there.
Way more people know about turkey teeth now. However, they probably still don't know the full extent of the dangers and the issues and the long-term problems. In the UK, I strongly believe if I did that to a patient, I would probably be struck off.
Shit.
I just couldn't make a case to drill 20 healthy teeth down, turn them into crowns. Impossible. I could never justify that.
You are making an impact. You are leaving a legacy, I think.
My songs and my stupid face can do this for someone, then this has got to be something good here, bro.
Hang on, I'm rambling here. What's that? It's in my ear. The singing dentist will see me right now. So join me as I ask Milad Shadrooh, aka Singing Dentist. So, what's your story? Welcome, Milad.
Thank you, Ian. What an intro.
Well, thanks. We need some clapping or applause, don't we? Just me and you, right, in a room sitting on a sofa. So
put some clapping on.
We'll put some clapping on the end. We can do anything, yeah. So dentistry meets music. Let's start there, right? I want to jump straight into this. So you were at uni. You were balancing study, emceeing. You never missed a beat, yeah. You were doing pirate radio, clubs. You excelled in your studies, and you sort of ended up as a dentist. Take us through that bit of your journey. Rewind. We can add a rewind sound to that bit as well.
Yep. Love that.
But take us to that bit. I mean, how did you maintain such discipline in essentially a split life?
I guess we probably have to go even further back then, right? So I grew up in a very musical household. So my dad is a musician, has always been a musician, composer, music producer. And so I kind of grew up, there's always music in the house. It just was a massive part of my life. And I kind of, would watch my dad and I absorbed a lot of that and I'd jump on the keys and make noise. And I kind of learned how to put music together and produce stuff.
Wow.
Just watching my dad. So with the equipment we had at home, I just used to tinker and do stuff. So music was always a massive influence and a part of my life. And I think, to be fair, that's probably what I wanted to do. But it's such a difficult career and such a difficult path to kind of take. You need a lot of luck to have a career out of music, not so much the talent. There's a good saying that says, luck will get you there, talent will keep you there.
Yep, I love that.
And my dad was very much of the thought that, listen, go down the route with the studies. You're obviously an intelligent kid and, being a doctor. I'm from Iran as well, right? So Middle Eastern parents, Asian parents, a type of parent wants their child to be one of a few things in life. So
doctor, lawyer.
That's it.
That's it. Dentist.
Yeah.
Dentist.
Yeah. Dentist kind of comes under the
is that not
part.
like,
yeah, no, I guess medical, some kind of medical thing. So yeah, so they kind of ushered me towards that path.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was the path for me. I was good at school and, I got the grades I needed consistently throughout GCSEs, A-levels, etc., and got into dental school. And yeah, that's a 5-year stretch at dental school. But I was geared up for it, right? I was always used to studying. I was used to getting top grades. That's kind of how I was wired, engineered. If you don't fail exams in the household, you do well. And so I was always going to do that and carry on because that's all I knew. But music was the creative outlet. Sport was also a massive part as well. I was very sporty and, I've continued with that and you've got to keep that up. Just
What type of sport?
Everything. I've done martial arts from young, different types, all types.
Is that why there's a distance between us? So you don't suddenly...
I mean, look, the skills never leave you.
Hey, brother, I know.
The sixth sense is always tingling. No. So, yeah, martial arts, football, tennis, any type of racket sport.
So you're like Sport Billy. You can turn your hand to you're one of them.
See, I was good at a lot of sports as opposed to outstandingly excellent at one.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I'd kind of stuck with one, who knows? But again, studies. You can't be a sportsman. No. So yeah. So then going back to your question, the reason I managed to kind of be able to balance it all is just because that's how I was. I grew up balancing a million things, whether it was sport, whether it was music, whether it was studies, whether it was social life. That's just how it is for me. And I've always made it happen and made it work. And through uni, the music didn't stop. So as you said, I was still MCing. So at the time, I studied from 1999 to 2004. And around 99-ish, UK garage was the big sound.
Oh, boom.
And I grew up in London, South London. My uni was in East London. So I was still a London boy. And garage was massive in London and then across the whole of the UK. And now globally, it's a big sound. And yeah, I used to MC on pirate radio in South London.
Thinking about back then, who was your musical influence or preference, should I say?
In garage?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was kind of mentored by a gentleman called MC Checkers, who was already in the game.
That's the name of your dental practice?
Yeah, which is mad.
That is
Checkers
mental,
Dental
man.
is now the name of my thing, but it's spelled slightly different, but
is
still.
It? Okay, yeah, go on.
So, but yeah, MC Checkers, he was based in East London and he heard me MC in one event and just came up to me and said, listen, you've got something good there. Have you ever made music before? Have you done stuff? And I was like, surprisingly, yes, I've got loads of songs I've made. I'd love to be able to record them. So he and I did a tune together called The Vibe. That was the first ever song I did, in 1999.
Wow.
And we put that out on vinyl. It did really well. And so in East London, he was kind of like my mentor, and then he'd take me out with him into his sets, and I'd jump on his sets, and I started getting my own sets. So that was that one side. But then back in South London, I was on a pirate radio at the time called Delight FM. And Delight FM was the home of So Solid Crew, and they were massive.
They went
on to have a number one with 21 Seconds, multiple albums, and I'm still friends with quite a few of them. I still see a lot of them now, And I was on that radio, and to be on So Solid, they had a lot of good MCs. It was very MC kind of orientated, so you had to be able to hold your own to be in that company. And on the radio station, it wasn't easy to get on that station. You had to be good. And I had a partner at that time called DJ Blackjack. So he and I were like a pairing. He was the DJ, I was the MC, and we made a good little following for ourselves on that. And it was just fun. I used to love the vibe of going on there and just chatting to, people would message in. It was just good vibes. And you got to bear in mind, I'm 18, 19, 20 at this point, right? I'm a young guy. And that led to performing in clubs all over. And that's kind of how the music thing started. And I learned to DJ around that time, actually even younger. I learned to DJ, I could produce the music, and it's just, I was engulfed in it. And even through uni, then I'd do uni events at our university sort of club. I would still be MCing on the weekends at other clubs and functions, but still finding time to do the dental work. Yeah,
and this seems like a good time to drop this in now, because it's like you still DJ.
Yes.
In fact, you do some pretty big stuff, don't you?
Yes.
So, I'm going off track a little bit here, and I kind of suspected I would with you because, we've met prior to coming into the studio, and you're a really cool guy, and I like your style, and I follow you and everything else. But I've obviously checked you out as well, and it's like he's listen, listeners, this guy is not take away his success in everything else he does. I mean, he's a modest guy. He's putting his head down now, like humble, but he's you got some big shit going on, haven't you?
I like to keep busy. I get restless. So it has to always be something. The spinning plate thing, right? Yeah. I have to have multiple plates.
But yours don't drop.
I tried not to let them drop, man. It's rare that a plate will drop because I keep it spinning.
All right. So listen, on a dental leaders podcast, you said probably the biggest mistake was choosing dentistry when I should have stuck with music.
Did I say that?
You did say that as quote. Yeah, verbatim.
Interesting.
So 15 years on, obviously look where you are now, because you're doing these parodies, you're doing amazing stuff through your social, and we're gonna talk about that, because it's not just a laugh and a joke. There's an underpin here that I think I'm right in what you do has a message and has had significant impact on children, people who don't sort of take dental hygiene particularly well. So you're doing fun. But I mean, come on, you're a professional, right? You're a dentist. You're a bloody qualified doctor of oral hygiene, dentistry, everything that goes with it. Was there any times during that statement that you made or can you reconcile it for us? And was there any doubts? Is there any doubts as you progress forward with what you do now of maybe music is more my thing?
I genuinely don't have any regrets in life because if you're where you are, it's because of the decisions you've made.
Yeah,
right. And you know, who knows if you'd made a different decision at a certain time.
Sliding doors.
Exactly. I was going to say sliding doors vibe, right? So I don't regret anything. And having the musical element within me and then becoming a dentist and then somehow accidentally combining the two, you could argue then that that's just what was destined for me to happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of time I'll get people in, when I meet random people or people in the street or even followers, they'll message and say, dude, are you an actual dentist? Or are you like a comedian?
Did they say that?
Yeah,
Did they say
genuinely, they think it's an act. So like, are you pretending to be a dentist? Or they'll say, are you a musician pretending to be a dentist? Is that like a funny thing? Or then I get the other way. I know you're a dentist, but are you doing this music thing as marketing or blah, blah, blah? Neither of those. Yes, I'm an actual dentist, but yes, I'm also a musician. And so combining the two, it just happened normally. And all those years of being on a radio station, those years of performing on stages in front of thousands, that gave me the ability and the confidence to be able to spit the bars in one take and write the bars and make them interesting and funny. And writing a good parody, it's not even a parody, it's called a pastiche. Parody is video, pastiche is music.
Pastiche?
Yeah.
Is it?
But everyone just calls it parodies, right?
Yeah.
Being able to write a good parody is not easy because you have to stick closely to the original, enough to the original that people hear the song and they think, this isn't it, but it is it. Because it has to be like acceptable to you because you know the song so well, the original song. So sticking close to the lyrics and picking out the good parts of the lyrics, because a song is 3.5 minutes long, but my parodies are 1 minute, 1:20.
Wow.
So I'll choose bits of the verses that are the most standout parts. So there's a lot that goes into carving it.
To picking that.
Always mine.
Whoa.
There's no one else involved in writing the songs or the lyrics or anything. It's always me. I get ideas from people sometimes. I'll get a message say, mate, what about that tune? I think, oh, you know what? That's a banger. And then I'll sit down and start doing it. Or someone might give me a line or like a little concept or something. Then I'll take it and kind of write everything. But nah, it's always done by me. And that's why it's authentic, because that's how I would do it. So the going back to the original part of it, I guess that I don't regret anything in terms of where I am now. Dentistry gave me that opportunity to be able to show music and my passion for it and my skill and talent for it in a way that had never been done before. Because if I didn't have the dental side of it, I'd just be yet another musician that has a bit of talent and fighting for people's ears.
Fair.
But I have a subject matter that I can then use my musical passion to show and educate and entertain and raise hopefully some awareness for a medical thing, which is dentistry. Yeah. So no, I don't hate it. I'm surprised I said that actually, because I don't usually say that, because that's not what it is. I'm very happy of where I am and how I've been able to kind of carve out, you know, this singing dentist thing. It's been 21 years I've been a dentist. I've qualified 21 years.
Boom. Wow.
A long time, isn't it? A long time doing teeth. 21 years.
It is, isn't it, right? You see some railings in that time.
Oh my God, I've seen a lot.
I bet.
Seen a lot.
We'll talk about that another time.
Yes.
So let me take you back a little bit more then, because you mentioned your upbringing. You mentioned, Persian background, Iranian, Tehran.
Yes.
You effectively came here in 1986 as a child.
Correct.
As a refugee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, whilst we want to be sensitive on the show right now about what's happening in that part of the world, and I know you've said a few things online because you were conscious that you can be seen as this, and are seen as this almost comedian at times. You took yourself offline for a little bit, didn't you, to have a break respectfully for your brotherhood over there and families and everything else. But so I just want to make that clear. We're not going to talk about anything politically or the scene out there. And I know Milad will probably want to say a few things about it. But coming to the UK at that time, there will have been challenges. There were challenges, I'm imagining. Do you think that some of those challenges shaped you and your parents of this, come on, Milad, I know a little bit about Persian communities and so salam to everybody out there and everybody else. But, it's like, do you think some of those experiences shaped you, some of those challenges shaped you to where you are today? You are hardworking, you are determined, you grind. I mean, even in the studio today, Milad flew in from LA and his schedule today is unreal. It's insane. But you actually embrace it, don't you?
No, absolutely, yeah. And so, yeah, we left Iran when I was 5 years old. And at the time, it was the Iran-Iraq war. So my parents made the very difficult decision easy decision to leave, but difficult to implement at that time.
Yeah.
But luckily, so prior to the revolution in 1979 in Iran and UK had a good relationship. A lot of Iranians studied out here. So my dad studied here in Oxford. My mum would come and go. At the time that we came there, my aunt was already well established here. My uncle was doing his PhD here. Wow. So we had a good connection with the UK. And so coming to the UK was it was an easy decision. A lot of Iranians that left Iran at that time because of war or post-revolution, they kind of went to a few places. US, massive, California especially, and then UK, and then other parts of Europe. So Sweden has a very large Iranian community, Germany, etc. So a lot of parts of Europe, and even as far as Australia. So Iranians kind of fled all over the place. But we came to the UK because we had the ties already. English was already a language that we knew, we could speak. Not me personally, I was 5, but I started kind of learning bits. And so this is where we decided to come. But coming over, leaving everything in Iran and coming here leaving there and coming here, we already had ties here. So because my aunt and my uncle were already here, it made sense to come here. But my dad then had to work incredibly hard to establish us here. And I would see that grind in my dad. I would see the grind that my mum was doing. But still as a child, right? For me, it was an adventure. For them, it must have been absolutely terrifying.
I can imagine.
I've got young children of my own. And to think about relocating in time of war is just unreal. Unbelievable. People are doing it now. Yeah, but I suppose when you think about it, there's also this element. I mean, I don't know your parents, but I'm just surmising that we have to make it work here. 100%.
We can't go back.
That's exactly how it was. It's kind of like a no choice, right? So, my dad worked incredibly hard, and in return, my job was to work incredibly hard and make them proud and make that sacrifice they made to take me out of that country worth it.
We could learn a lot from that.
And that's what I kind of set out doing. Like I would always kind of say to my dad, look, Dad, as I got a bit older, I was like, should I get a job? Like, get a bit of pocket money and all the rest of it. And he was like, well, your job is studying. What do you want? And I was like, well, I don't know, just a bit of pocket money. He goes, all right, do your studies and that's all good. hit the grades. Do your grades. That's all you need. So I was like, okay, so I would get A's. I was such a unique element in school because I was kind of in the top sets because I was a smart kid. So I'd be in the top sets with, the more like kind of nerdy kids, if you like.
Were you?
But then I was in all the sports teams with all the like sporty cool. Yeah, man. So I was like this weird enigma. Like I was kind of in all the camps. You know what I mean? I was with the cool kids. I was with the clever, brainy kids. I was just that guy, right? I was just always here everywhere. So it was good. So yeah, that was kind of what I took from my dad, just hard work and making sure that you have a goal and you kind of just achieve it. Because if I'm honest, failure wasn't an option. Yeah. Like it just couldn't be.
Yeah, it's like that can't go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, we just want to quickly give you the opportunity to say something about the current situation because I know you have come offline a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, that decision, it's just, you got to be sensitive to what's going on, right? And my page on all socials, it's not a political page.
No, it isn't.
I don't want to get involved in conversations because social media is just a very weird place. You can never please everybody, No. So you're always going to have someone that's going to be upset with something you say or something you do. But at the same time, you can be, a bit sensible and use some common sense. And when there is such unrest and terrible things happening in your region, singing about teeth probably doesn't seem as relevant at the time. I know. So I just thought, let's just kind of sit on it a little bit, see what's going on. But at the same time, I'm not going to turn my page into some political thing and post, 30 stories a day about what's going on there. Because that's not what people want to come onto my page for.
Yeah.
And obviously there is multiple outlets that can do that. There's going to be thousands of creators, hundreds of thousands of creators that are wanting to do that.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
Report on what you want and talk what you want. You can do what you like on your platform. But for me on my platform, I addressed it. I said, look, just because I'm not hammering on about it doesn't mean I'm not thinking about it. Doesn't mean I'm not, I've got an uncle still in Iran.
Yeah.
Who's had to move to a separate part to escape what's going on. So, it doesn't mean that we don't think about it, but there also has to be some positivity. There has to be some light amongst the dark. And if I can make people smile, laugh, forget about it for 2 minutes, bring some joy into a otherwise horrible, horrifying, terrible situation, then that's what I use my page for. So, but at the same time, you got to be respectful. If there's been 30 bombs dropped, the next day you don't do a TikTok dance.
I hear you, man. I hear you. So this. I'm going to say it was an accident, really, that changed everything.
100% was an accident.
Because your mate, there was something going on, and there was a Hotline Bling root canal rap that you did. Look at him laughing, right? So, and your mate was filming you, wasn't he?
No. So actually, what happened?
Tell me.
I filmed it myself. So basically, what happened? So Hotline Bling was the big track at the time, and then that just was playing one day on the radio, and I was waiting for a patient to come in for root canal.
That's it.
And they FTA'd, which stands for failed to attend. They didn't come in. They just kind of missed. And I had it was like a 45-minute appointment. And I was like, oh, okay. And the song was playing. And then I just started kind of freestyling over the top of it about root canal or endo, as we call it. And then I just thought it was quite funny what I was kind of rapping over the top, because it was just about root canal and how patients hate it. And as a dentist, I don't particularly like it. So yeah, I just started rapping about it. And I thought it was quite funny. So then I kind of got my phone out, found the song again quickly on YouTube, played it, and then just started kind of recording myself.
No way.
Like rapping along what I just made.
Shit.
And it was just like a freestyle kind of take, and I came up with some funny lyrics, and I just did it there and then in that like 45-minute window. And I thought it was quite funny. So then I sent it to a mate of mine who was a dentist. And he was like, dude, this is hilarious. You should put it online.
It went viral.
And then he put it online into like a closed Facebook group. So even at the time, Instagram didn't exist, Snapchat didn't exist, TikTok was nowhere near existing. There was only really YouTube and Facebook. And Facebook wasn't even really like a video platform. You could post videos on it, but no one really used it for that. It was groups, chats, sending messages, statuses, that kind of stuff. But there was a closed group of dentists that he put it into. And then it kind of just started going from there. People were watching it, finding it funny. They're like, I've never seen a dentist act like this. Dentists are horrifying, scary people, blah, blah, blah. But because I'd used a lot of dental terminology in that song, because I was just talking about endo. No one really knows what endo is, right? So, but I saw the reaction. I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. People seem to sort of like it. And obviously, endo is root canal. So that's what we call it.
Oh, okay.
So like perio is gums. So periodontics is the study of gums. Endodontics is not the study, but the kind of the specialty of root canals.
Right.
Prosthodontics is doing crowns, dentures, bridges,
wow, look at
prosthetic
this,
stuff,
educational
right?
people
So these,
on the show.
So these are the words that we kind of use for that.
I've got to be careful with that, by the way, because if I'm out for a meal and somebody offers me some Perrier,
it's not perio.
I might get confused.
I mean, you can have the Perrier.
I'm going to think, and this person's now on
your gums, mate.
Look at my gut, like it's just a waiter.
No, you don't want
but
that.
it might be Milad in disguise.
I do like to do multiple things in life. You never know where I could pop
I don't
up.
think you're going to be doing waitering. No.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Singing waiters, they're quite popular.
Wow.
So that was, because I'd used a lot of dental terminology, I thought, all right, let me use my musical skill and let me use this little kind of weird situation here and write a song about teeth then. What can I do? And then I was thinking of what song to do. And at the time, Happy by Pharrell was massive globally.
Yeah.
And it was also in Despicable Me, the cartoon. So my children knew Happy. My mum knew Happy. And I thought, wow, that's a big range of demographics. So let's use Happy. And I called it Gappy. So you might be gappy if you don't brush your teeth for 2 minutes twice a day. That was the kind of gist of it. And so I recorded Gappy in the same, I kept everything the same. So I literally got my phone out and it's wobbly as hell. Like when I go back to watching the first ones, it's because I was holding it in my hand on the Hotline Bling one. So I thought, let me replicate it. So I wore the same blue horrible tunic I used to wear at work and just did Gappy, and my eyebrows, they started doing their thing, which was totally unintentional as well. They just started moving and people picked up on it. Oh, his eyebrows are so cool. So I could always move them. I always had like independent.
Just give us a quick in that camera there.
Camera 1, camera 2, in the middle, out the sides, Mexican wave. I can do everything.
Dan, do you know I can do.
Let's see what you got.
I ain't got that.
Okay.
But let me show you what I've got. Right, and I'm going to go into this camera here.
You're gone.
I'll show you. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Right, I've got this one independent, but mine's more Sean Connery. So much money, Penny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more that.
Oh, you can do the one. That's good.
I can do the one.
Yeah.
I can't do that thing that you do. That's insane, man.
You see? So they are the backing dancers.
I like it.
They do their thing. So yeah, they were doing it. So I kept it all the same. And then I needed a platform to put it out on. So it was YouTube was the one at the time that you really could upload video and stuff. So created a page, put it out there, and then people started watching it and liking it. I was like, this is great. I've got an outlet now for my musical creativity. So I waited a few months, and then the next big song was Cheerleader. Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I think that I found myself a sweet eater. There's always a new hole when I see her. You see? It writes itself. So I did that. And that did well. And just there we went on from there. So it started off as a pure accident and people liked it, so I did more.
Yeah, but since then, you've mastered it.
Oh,
we have. You and your team.
Yes.
I'm going to include them because
yes.
You've got talented people behind you.
Yes.
But as you say, you do the writing and the decisions and you get in front of camera. You're very good. You're very charismatic. You're captivating. You're funny. And listen, I might sound like I'm blowing smoke right up your arse now, but like I really do, honestly. I mean, credit where credit's due. Yeah, you do. You nail it. You nail it. So, but it's like since then, you've really you've made orthodontics and oral hygiene fun.
Mm-hmm.
Your content's catchy. It's educational. It boosts kids' oral hygiene standards. And I think, do you design these parodies to influence that? Or is there just a piece of laughter and entertainment?
No, absolutely. I design them 100%. So initially, so for many years, because I've been doing this now since that Hotline Bling parody was November 2015.
No.
Yeah, it's coming up to 10 years.
Fuck.
But between the 2015 of that one coming out and then the next one coming out, it was like March or April of 2016. So it took a bit of time for that other one to happen. So it's been a while I've been doing them. And for a long time, it was just me and my mobile phone on a tripod in my clinic, one take. So I would use the audio of the phone. And then I would just, in the edit, put the instrumental a little bit louder. But I'd play it off a crappy little speaker.
Wow.
So I could just about hear the music. I'd record it live down the barrel in one take. And then I'd put the music on a little bit. And that was it.
There's something that Richard Branson says famously. Don't think too much about what you're going to do. Yeah, because if you're looking for perfection all the time, you'll never do it. Mm-hmm. And you're a shining example of that. And people also may be watching this, particularly influencers, listening to this, influencers, or want to follow in your footsteps, but with something else maybe, because it's always good to be original. You're not an overnight success.
No, definitely.
You're not an overnight success, but also you used his, if I may say, his analogy of jump out the aeroplane and figure out how to make the parachute on the way down. Yeah. Don't do that, by the way. Fucking hell.
Make sure it works before you jump out.
But you didn't aim for perfection from get-go. And I bet if we looked at some of that versus now what you're putting out, which is polished, editorially, everything is really, really on point.
Absolutely. And actually, that's why I think it worked, because it wasn't polished and it wasn't
That's the point I'm trying
perfect.
to get to.
No, it was very lo-fi and it was
authentic as well.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was intentionally like that. And the fact that I do it down the barrel is like I'm talking to you at home. So I'm talking to you, giving you oral hygiene advice in an entertaining way. I call it edutainment. It's education with entertainment.
He's smart.
So you see, and that's what I think people liked because it was, and also because it was one take, it would show my musical ability to deliver a tune in one hit because I'd been MCing for 15 years. So I could deliver it down the barrel, and I could nail it in one take. And even the takes that I didn't then use were great, but it's just I knew I could do it better. So I'd go for another take. I'd go for another take. But it was never punched in halfway through. It was one take every time. Wow. So I could get some of my takes. I'd get almost near the end and fluff the line, and I'd be like, just go again. And I've got props. I'm picking stuff up. I'm doing things. I'm throwing things. And it's all like laid out around me while I'm maintaining eye contact with the camera, right?
You're a natural, right? You're a natural.
So that's the thing. It's not easy to do. And since then, there's been loads of people that have done dental songs and tried to do things, but they're never going to be the way that I do it, right? Because that's what then makes it authentic. And it was me. So for many years, it was just me and my phone. But then it got to the point where I even kind of started to think, surely people don't want this still. Come on.
Did you think that?
Yeah, 100%.
Was there a little bit of like, dare we even say like imposter syndrome, maybe?
Well, imposter syndrome. No, it just got to like, because it was me. And that was my thing.
Do it.
Yeah, I could do it again and again and again. But I was like, surely people are bored of it by now.
Do they want it? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking, do they still want this? Like, is this still really what I'm going to do? So I thought, you know what, we need to change it up a little bit. Like, and content has got better because as the influencer space has expanded over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, cameras have got better, audio's got better. Everyone can now make really good content on a mobile phone. Absolutely. It's very simple. So things have improved, and you're fighting for people's attention in the first 2 seconds because the scrolling thing just happens. And so you've got to polish up your act a little bit. That doesn't mean I lose the lo-fi stuff. So I still will just do off the cuff ones of a song that's out and it's going viral. I'll just quickly do my take on it. But what we decided, and this year, as of the start of this year, so 2025, I joined WCP, and they have a massive machine. And to be fair, it came at a perfect time for me because if I'm honest, I'd kind of lost a little bit of my mojo for it.
Had you?
Yeah, because I was just thinking, God, I've been doing this like 8 years now, 9 years. Surely I can't just keep doing the same. How many more songs can I sing about teeth? But they really resurrected that hunger for me because we took it to another level. And even the parodies I'd done in the past that people loved, we've redone them. And it's just brought a whole new audience that never even saw them before. That's the other thing as well, right? You just assume people have seen it. But there's like billions of people in the world.
Of course there is.
So people are now discovering parodies that I'd recorded now, but doing them in this new vein. So now I've got there is literally a team, and it's kind of 3 elements of the team. There's the sort of the management guys within the team that push me and make me stay on and stay consistent with it. Then there's the 2 creative elements of the team. So there's a gentleman called Jamie that does all the audio stuff, super talented music producer, used to be an artist himself. So when we get in the studio, we work so well together. And because I've got musical background as well, and I've been in studios forever.
So you're bouncing off each other.
100%. And so I'll get in with Jay and we'll do like 4 songs in a day, 5 songs in a day.
Awesome.
And then Jay will then go back in his own time and change the instrumental, replace it. He's so good. He's a genius. So like I'll record it to the normal backing track, but he reproduces everything from scratch. So now we've got a brand new instrumental, lyrics that are original, melody that someone else's. But ultimately this is a cover now. So it's a different kettle of fish than me just singing over someone else's instrumental. So that's the audio element. Then the video element. I wanted to kind of do like a green screen type thing where then we could make all types of madness happen behind me. And that's where Toby comes in. So now I work with Toby. So one week I'll come into the studios, I'll be with Jay the whole day. We'll do 4 or 5 tracks. Then the following week I'll come back and I'll be with Toby in the green screen studio all day. And we record the videos for those 4 or 5 tracks. And that means, mate, when I do a video, I go in. So if I'm doing a Mark Morrison track, I'm dressing like Mark Morrison.
I love it.
We'll watch the video, we'll pick out the funny bits of his video, and then Toby will put me in a subway like Mark Morrison.
And if you're listening to this or watching this, however you're taking this content in, I'm telling you, get over to this man's page, get over to his stuff, because there is some unbelievable productions on there.
Thank you.
Your Thriller one, fuck me.
That was wicked.
That blew me out the water.
The Thriller one is still one of my favorites because that was still kind of part of the old school style, but I got in like a full team to do a music video for that. That was a while ago. And then that's actually, at the time, my nephew was in like a hip hop dance crew. And so I spoke to them and said, look, can we get all these kids to come and be the zombies of Thriller? And we did it. Oh, that was sick. So yeah, that's now the creative process. There's other people now, because if you want to elevate something now, you got to bring in people. You can't do it on your own.
Of course you have, and it's having the right people at the right time. Yeah,
exactly.
So, but I want to swing this back Well, you're going to enjoy this because you're like, yeah, Ian, let's just free flow. Yeah, you said that to me. Yeah, I want to swing this back because I want to talk about your skill, but I want to bring this back in because let's not forget that Milad is the singing dentist and he has a huge following and he has relationships with brands and all sorts of things going on. And he has an agency behind him and talent and but he's a dentist. Not just a dentist, a bloody good one.
Oh, thanks.
And I want to mention this because we spoke about the way that social has evolved. I think there's famous, well, I don't think, there's famous people, notably somebody like Jurgen Klopp, Hollywood smile, yep. You yourself, you got good railings, I would expect that. And mine are a bit dodgy, but we won't talk about that. Right? but so turkey teeth.
Okay.
Let's go there.
Fine.
Because there's a lot of people, they want their teeth fixing. They fly out to Turkey or other places, but predominantly Turkey. It is a phrase, turkey teeth. Yeah,
it is.
You've had your turkey teeth.
Yep.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, man, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you. Right, they flew me out.
Mm-hmm.
They put me in a fucking beautiful hotel. You can swear on this show, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was state of the art. And look at this. And you know what? My UK dentist quoted me £12,000. I've had this done for £5,000. Now, my dad always drilled into me, your parents were influential, my dad always drilled into me, buy cheap, buy twice. And if you're getting something cheap, it ain't what it is that you can get done professionally here in the UK, because he didn't used to talk about teeth that extensively, but I'm going to go down this road a little bit more with you. Dentistry in this country is highly regulated. You are professionals. You've studied hard. I'm not saying these guys in Turkey don't, and I need you to help me with this. But what is turkey teeth all about versus UK? You've got a great setup called avant-garde dentistry. Yeah, you do corrective procedures quickly, professionally, to a very high standard.
Correct.
Help us understand turkey teeth and condense it down for us.
Okay. So basically, the thing that people are getting is called a smile makeover. And there's multiple ways that you can do a smile makeover. So predominantly what you're trying to do is take where their teeth are now and make them look nicer based on their sorts of preferences and what they like. So you speak to the patient first and foremost. So the consultation process is key because that's the first step. What do you want your teeth to look like? What do you not like about your teeth? Why now? What's the purpose of you wanting to do this process now? Because it's a journey as well. It doesn't kind of happen overnight. So what is it you want to do? What's the why for this? And explain to me how this is going to help you and make you feel. Once you really drill down to that, then you start looking at what the vehicle for this journey is going to be. What is going to be the best, what's going to give this patient the best outcome for their mouth in the most minimally destructive way possible. Because nothing in dentistry lasts. Absolutely everything that you have done in your mouth will fail if you live long enough.
Wow.
The only successful dentistry is what is in your mouth when you die, because it's seen you out. Now, with that very sombering thought, let's not destroy the thing, because what are you going to do when that fails? Because it will fail. So let's do the most minimal thing, because then we can always do something else. And if that doesn't work, we can always do something else. Now, good thing is, between these stages, we'd hope for 10, 15, 20 years. Mm-hmm. But if you jump straight into the most destructive, most horrifying thing you could possibly do to someone, where are they going to go from there? Nowhere. All out implants. So let's talk about turkey teeth. What these people are hoping for is brand new looking teeth. Brilliant. There's multiple ways you can do that. One way is to drill all these teeth down into little stumpy versions of themselves and then surround the whole thing with a structure that we call a crown. It's like a top hat going over your head. This whole thing that goes over then is 360 porcelain, and you do it on 20 teeth. So you start at there, you go all the way to there, and you mirror it on the bottom. So you drill down 20 teeth and stick crowns on every single one. And that's it. That's what turkey teeth is. They're crowns. They're absolutely not veneers. So what a veneer is some kind of material. So whether it's composite, whether it's porcelain, whether it's a new hybrid material, whether it's 3D printed, it's stuck onto the front of the tooth.
Wow.
That's it. So imagine a fake fingernail.
Yeah.
You're sticking it on top of your original fingernail to create something new.
But that can change the appearance as into...
Absolutely.
Wow.
It goes... I've got 20 veneers.
No way.
Yeah, they're stuck on top of my teeth. My natural teeth. That's it. My teeth are underneath, natural. Not been drilled.
Wow.
Additive stuff.
For those listening just on audio, Milad just smiled at me. There you go on the video. He smiled at me, and you can see him all over social anyway. His teeth look so natural.
Thank you. So that's when
they
you
look
do
amazing.
Thank you very much. So that's through avant-garde, by the way, which we'll talk about in a sec. But that's when you do a veneer. So completely different technique, because if a veneer fails, it falls off. Your natural tooth is there underneath. You can make a new veneer and stick it on top again.
Right.
Now, over time, if that kind of keeps happening and it's terrible and issues happen, you can then still do a crown. You wouldn't want to, hopefully still avoid that, but you've still got that option.
Wow.
When you're in your 20s and you jump straight into having a crown done, doing another crown after that becomes more difficult because the teeth may die, they might need root canal, they get more brittle, they break, they fracture. So then where are you going? Sadly, nowhere. You've got to pull that tooth out and put an implant in.
Wow.
Now, if you do that to 20 teeth, you've got much higher chances of teeth giving you pain, problems, failing, needing root canal, needing reparative treatment because you've done the most possibly destructive thing you could do. In the UK, I strongly believe, and I know, if I did that to a patient, I would probably be struck off.
Shit.
I just couldn't make a case to drill 20 healthy teeth down, turn them into crowns. Impossible. I could never justify that. So if that was done here, you'd lose your license, 100%.
Oh my God.
So, but people are having that done in other countries because maybe they either don't have the same regulatory issues out there or they know they just mash it down and the patient's gone. So take the money, go. Now, coming to the UK then, if I have a patient that has that and I need to try and help them with that, it's incredibly difficult because the destruction's already been done. So now I'm jumping into a process that I would have never done myself.
Wow. Trying
to help this patient. And it's incredibly difficult to do so. Just even removing that stuff takes hours to get the stuff off. Then what are you going to do moving forward? Their bite's been ruined. The teeth have been ruined. Their appearance has been ruined. How do you fix that? It's so very difficult. They've probably lost faith in all the dentistry been done. They've already spent a whole heap of money. Now they've got to spend 3, 4, 5 times the amount of money to fix it.
Jesus.
If they would have just done it in the first place, minimally, yes, it costs more initially. But what I always talk about, there's 2 types of cost. Financial cost, biological cost. Financial cost, you can always make more money. Biological cost, once that biology's gone, you can't get that back.
Wow.
Once you've drilled the tooth down, you're not getting it back. Once you've destroyed the enamel of that tooth, you're not getting it back.
Wow.
So people have to make better decisions. But a lot of that still comes down to us as dentists, as the industry, on educating people. Way more people know about turkey teeth now. However, they probably still don't know the full extent of the dangers and the issues and the long-term problems because they're thinking about the now because they're so influenced on social media and Hollywood and white smiles and beautiful smiles and how important a smile is now. They just want it done ASAP and they want it for cheap. So they go get their teeth drilled down in a 2-week period process. They sun it up on a lovely holiday paid for and they come back with these whopping teeth. Now also the other issue I've got is they don't even look good a lot of the time. If you're gonna drill the hell out of the teeth, at least make the crowns look nice, make them look natural. They look like big chunky white bits of chewing gum majority of the time, which is also just a shame.
No,
if you're going to destroy the thing, at least make them look good.
I agree with you.
At least make them look realistic.
Yeah.
At least give the bite some consideration so this person can eat food.
Shit.
Now, that's not saying all cases are bad because I've seen some good work come out of there.
All right.
There are still some clinics that actually do veneers, which is the coverings on the front. So it's not to say that all dentists from abroad are terrible and they're doing terrible things. That's absolutely not the case. Same as in the UK, you're going to get good work, you're going to get not so good work. However, it's just the majority of it is unfortunately not the way we want things to be. And that's the problem with it.
Yeah. And I guess, we did mention that this country is heavily regulated. If you did something like that, I'd
be finished.
See you later.
I'd be finished. Yeah. 100%.
And then imagine every ramification beyond that. Okay, cool. So Thank you for that. I needed to ask you it.
Yeah.
Like you're in the chair with me. It's like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, 100%. It needs more talking about. I think, like you said before, people know it. It's got the phrase now. They're way more kind of educated on what it is. But I think still, we've got to be very simple terms and just explain to people, look, you're literally destroying your tooth, and give it 10 to 15 years, sometimes even 10 to 15 days. These people literally fly back and the crown falls off.
Shit.
Because that's the other thing. Even when they're prepping the crowns, they're not really doing very good preps. So they're non-retentive, which means the thing can still bloody fall off. And you get them debonding, they come off, and then they want to come and see me to stick it back on. Now, I'm like, okay, if I stick it back on though, and you get a problem with that tooth, whose problem is it?
Who's responsible? Yeah.
Because I don't want to inherit a problem now. And then you come back to me and go, mate, you ruined my tooth. I'm like, brother, you ruined your tooth when you went and drilled it to hell.
Unbelievable. You've addressed, so back, switching gears. So back to your sort of influencer, I'm going to call it, side of you. You've addressed many issues, trolls, media, awkwardness, let's say, even procedural accidents you've spoken about. And, how do you stay so grounded, so self-aware? And how challenging is it for you, Milad? Because you're under the spotlight. So everything you do is magnified.
Yep. Massively, yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I think first and foremost, there's a few elements to that. So the first bit is you've got to think about how you want to be perceived, and also how you perceive yourself, and just what type of person are you, right? What social media gives you the opportunity to do is amplify yourself and show the world whatever it is you want to show them. Now, if you're going to show them something that isn't true and authentic, it's hard work. You're basically acting then, right? So you just got to act for the rest of your life, which is hard. You got to be switched on all the time and act.
It's like someone who lies all the time, right? Yeah. They've got to cover their lies.
You got to lie all the time.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. Singing dentist element of it is genuinely just still me. Like if you meet me in real life,
I know.
And then it's a bit more. I'm a bit more, animated with it. But I'll still do that outside. I'll break into that just mid conversation, right? So I'm basically just the same guy. So it's not really me having to try particularly difficult.
Stay grounded, because you get a lot of attention.
Now I'm coming back to that element.
Right.
Fine. So the staying grounded element, there's a few things. Number one is you and yourself. You just can't believe the hype, bro. You got to just stay grounded, stay humble, stay hungry. You can't think, yo, I'm the shit. Because you're just not.
Because you're not.
No. There's loads of other people that are doing better than you all the time. Yes, you might be doing better than other people, whatever better means.
Yeah.
But there's always more that could be done. There's always more you can achieve. There's always more you can do. You got to stay hungry and just not believe the hype, right? That's the first thing. Because it's very easy to become arrogant. And
people around you keep you grounded.
That's the second element. You've got to just have good people around you. You've got to have people that keep it real. You have people that will bring you back down if you're trying to get a bit too big-headed for yourself. And I'm lucky. It's just never been my personality. If I was, I could have been the biggest arsehole now. I'd be justified to be an arsehole in my industry, because I've done stuff that people in my industry would dream of doing. But I'm just not that guy. I'm still the same. I still charge the same money that I've charged. I'm not charging 10 times the price now because you're going to come and see the singing dentist. That was never what it was for me. It wasn't doing a marketing thing so I can make more money out of people when they come to see me for their teeth. We still charge the same, what's locally acceptable in my area where my clinic is. Right. So I've had other opportunities to be able to monetize the singing dentist element. I don't need to do it out of charging more money to, do procedures on patients. So I keep it grounded because my mom and dad will keep me grounded. My friends and family will keep me grounded. My peers and my colleagues will keep me grounded. The people I came in with are still the same people that are around me. I'm very friendly. I make friends with lots of people, but I know who my day ones are, and I know who my people are that I can speak to about anything. And I'm still the same guy, and they're still the same with me. So I don't allow things to change. I don't allow, because I know very quickly, I've seen it. You could lose everything in a second. Well,
Muhammad Ali makes a famous quote. He was going to one of his biggest fights in his career, and I don't know why, but there was a journalist with him in the back of his limo as he was going into prep. Yeah, so he wasn't there at the ringside, and he said to him, Muhammad, you're so polite and humble to everybody. Why? And this is what he said. Hey, I may be the world's greatest fighter right now. And he never, ever did not believe that. Mm-hmm. I am the greatest. That affirmation to him, mm-hmm. There was no doubt. That's why he won so many prolific fights. Yeah. And he said, but tomorrow it may all go. So I'm as polite to the janitor as I am with the CEO, because right now I'm speaking to pretty much the CEO, but I might be the janitor tomorrow.
He's absolutely right. And in social media, there's never a truer word, because you could accidentally do something, get fully cancelled, and you're finished.
That's it. We
no
live
one
in a cancel
cares.
culture, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
Whoa.
Or you could just get hacked tomorrow and your Insta page is gone. What are you going to do then? Yeah. So I know, there's times where a social media platform gets shut down even for 24 hours. And people lose their mind because that's their livelihood, that's their thing. But also they've allowed that to be their worth.
Yeah, I hear you.
My worth in the real world is more than what I've got on social media.
I know, you're a family man.
Yeah.
We spoke about your dog before we came.
Yeah, bless her, little Chili.
It's like
15 years old, that thing.
This guy is the real deal. I mean, I've met Milad outside of here. I've met him. We spoke. We've exchanged. He's always polite. He's humble. He's a beautiful man. He just is. And it sounds like I'm blowing smoke right because that's in this interview. But seriously, you are, dude. You are.
Thank you very much.
And just giving me the honor of being here with you today, that means a lot to me.
And see, that's the biggest compliment you can ever get, because being acknowledged or being respected for being a nice person and being a good guy, that's the most important thing to me. All the other accolades and that, great. But, if anyone ever was to meet me or interact with me, and for me to, if there was ever anyone that I didn't give time to, I apologize. But come forward now, because I don't think you exist.
You are making an impact. You are leaving a legacy, I think. Yeah, I think you are, because there was one instance where you put something out. I don't remember the actual reel that you put out, but there was a mum of a disabled daughter, and her daughter began brushing her teeth thanks to one of your reels, one of your things on social. What did that mean to you?
Gosh, that was very early on. I remember it very well.
It was early on.
I speak about it a lot as well. When I'm asked to kind of come and talk to, younger dentists or just even people that are interested in the journey and what's happened.
Yep.
That was quite early on. And that gave me, I mentioned earlier about when you speak to patients, trying to find the why. That's when I got the why for dentist. Why am I doing this singing dentist thing?
Was it?
Yeah, I'll never forget it. I was on the couch and my daughter was a baby at the time. And yeah, I got that message come through. And she said, it's thanks to your videos that my daughter's now brushing and off her own accord for the first time. She said, I'd like to see the dentist and you've made a massive difference in our life.
Wow.
I got so choked up because I thought, geez, if this, my songs and my stupid face can do this for someone, then this has got to be something good here, bro. You got to keep doing this. I kind of chat to myself, this is it now. You've got to do this. You've obviously helped one person who's reached out and told you. Yep. What about the many people you might be helping that aren't reaching out to you? There's got to be other people there, right? This can't be a unique case.
Yeah.
So I just carried on, and then lo and behold, more messages kept coming. And that kind of reinforcement that what you're doing is good and what you're doing is helping people, that's the reason I carried on. Now, amongst that, you'll get trolls. You get people that don't get it. Will. Look at this guy, I want to smash his face in, not this annoying guy again, blah, blah, blah. Like literally, dude, on socials, you cannot please everybody. We said it earlier. They could be the most cutest video of like a cat doing something cute, and someone would be like, I hate cats, I want to kill them all.
Yeah.
So you're just never going to please everybody, right? So I knew that was going to happen. But amongst the one trolly comment, if you're getting hundreds of fantastic comments, then you just got to apply the law of averages to it and say, that's all right.
Well, I think I interviewed somebody, Dr. Bethany Rossington.
Oh, yes.
And she spoke about, when she was getting more and more prolific online, she started to take the trolls personally.
Oh, you can't do that.
And then she realized that there's a phrase which is like, you could be the most beautiful peach in the world, but not everybody likes that peach.
Absolutely.
And
some people hate peaches. And some people are allergic to peach.
And in the words of Mel Robbins, it's almost that let them, but it's also that let me decide how I react to that. Yeah,
100%.
So
There's just on that.
go on.
I would never react. I would never engage with it. I'd read it and I would think about it. You'd be lying if you say you didn't, but I would never let it affect me. But I think about it and think the way I would think about it and what I used to think is what's happened to you that's made you this angry? Yeah. Or has made you this offended by me singing a song about teeth? But every so often, just for some giggles, I would engage.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Rather.
And in a very...
That tickled you.
Yeah, it would. It'd be funny. But I'd say, I'd engage with, they could say the most horrifying thing. And I'd engage with, thank you so much for your comments. I will take your feedback. It's much appreciated. And have a fantastic, wonderful day. Now, don't forget to brush.
Yep. No, don't forget to brush.
Yeah. But actually then I'd get a reply back. Like, oh my God, I didn't think you'd reply.
Oh, right.
I was like, are you okay, bro? Right. And I'm like, oh, mate, I actually really like what you do. Oh my God. I just put a comment on.
Weird, man.
So people would say horrible things just to see if I'd react.
Provoke a reaction.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. And then they'd be like, dude, I've got really bad pain. Can you help? And they're sending me selfies of their teeth.
Yeah. And look, we're not here for a psychology lesson or anything like that, but it's like Brene Brown says as well, famously, when she sort of exploded after a TEDx speak that she did, which just went viral, tens of millions of views. Her husband and her one of her, I think it was her PA, said, don't read the comments. Well, that was the worst thing she said, because then I did. Yeah. And she got really messed up with the trolls. How can you be on stage? You look a mess. How can you be talking about your family life because you're always working? You don't pay any attention to your kids. Yeah. And she literally, boom. But then she rationalized it with this, which I think is, again, so powerful. If I'm to criticize you, Milad, now, who am I to criticize you? I'm not a dentist. I don't entertain. I can't MC. I can't do the brilliant shit that you do online, right? I don't get millions of views on my reels. Yeah. I don't. So I'm not in the arena, am I? I've got no right to criticize you. Yeah. I'm not in the arena with you. I'm not doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But so many people are happy to say, oh, that's shit. What the fuck, But they're not in the arena.
100%.
So we have to sort of almost detach. And again, I'm just saying this for the benefit of a lot of listeners, possibly younger generation, that get so wrapped up in, I don't look like that, I don't do this, I don't do that, whatever. Yeah. Don't worry about it. And I know it's easy for me to say, it's easy for Milad to say. We're level-headed, we're a bit more mature. But it's like, if they're not in the arena, I'm just going to say it, fuck off. So
yes, I would agree. So but you're going to get that. It's just what we're like. I'm probably
going to get slammed for saying that. I'm probably going to get slammed.
What it is. But you see it in everything. Like you see the football fans.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, he's crap. At like a Premiership footballer.
Yeah, exactly.
From the age of 3.
Exactly, because he just missed that goal.
Playing,
he's just scored 20 before.
Exactly. Been playing football to a high level, scouted, wrist injury, done what he's done to get to... Look, I play football to a nice level of being able to not embarrass myself.
What you do?
Yeah. But I play with some ex-pros and I'm very lucky. I play with this company called Celebrity Soccer, and they're like charity celebrity football matches, and we play all over. I played in Premiership stadiums. I played in local teams. Wow. And it's just such an amazing thing to be a part of, because we're supporting charities as well every game. But there'll be some ex-pros that come. And when you play against an ex-pro or play alongside an ex-pro, you really realize how much better they actually are than you will ever be. And they're retired and maybe slightly overweight. But they're still a lot better than you'll be. Yeah. So then, to then watch an actual active Premiership footballer in this day and age where the game is so difficult and he's shit. Are you mad? Then they're not. They might have, like you said, just missed a tackle or missed a thing or whatever, but they're really not. Yeah. And then when you're criticizing Premiership managers, going, they should have done this. If I'd play this, would you? Well, you don't get the chance to make that decision because you're not a Premiership manager.
You're not in the arena.
Yeah.
Back to the point.
But it's like that with everything.
Yeah.
You could watch a golfer. And go,
we've all done.
He's crap.
Yeah.
He sliced it. Like, brother, you slice every shot you've ever done. So he might have sliced it. Like, yeah, so what? He's won like the Open.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. We're very quick to criticize.
Yeah.
But sadly not very quick to big up. And it's just the way it is. Some people are just like that, but not everyone. So many people are so lovely with it and so nice with it. And it's those that you need to listen to. I've always said, look, if you get one troll, but you get 100 nice people, 1% is not going to ever trouble you.
No, fair play. Well, great perspective. Thank you. Look, I'm conscious of the time. I want to start to wrap up now. We've been in the studio for a while. Do you know what? I got something in my pocket. No, not that.
I mean, Ian, what type of podcast is this, my friend? Oh, you say, hey! Oh now my gosh!
Look! There is other sweet brands around, but I just got a packet of Haribo out my pocket.
Oh, mate!
Semi-opened this.
Do you know what's funny? I've been with Ian for the last maybe 2.5 hours while we've been getting ready for this. You've had that in your pocket the whole time.
I fucking have, man.
I love that.
So it's going to be a bit sort of warmish.
I like a warm Haribo.
Is this your gig? Is it? I've got Star Mix. I mean, yeah.
I mean, Star Mix is my go-to because it's readily available everywhere. I do like a Tangfastic as well, though. I
love a Tangfastic.
Do you know what I like to do?
I love a Tangfastic. Go on.
I'll get both.
Oh.
Pull them both into a bowl.
Do you?
Yeah, give it a little
like a lucky
mix.
dip.
So then you get like a slightly more tangy one of them.
See, shit, if I'd have known this, I'd have done a mix.
But then you also do get...
edition.
Yeah, but then
you'd
also...
have seen it.
No, I mean, I would have. And I like the surprise you pulled out. However, can I just change your life real quick with Haribo?
Please.
There is one that's so underrated because it's not the easiest one to find. But if you find it next time, get it and be ready for the taste explosion.
Go on.
They're called Twin Snakes.
Shit, no. Now they even sound good, man. They even sound good.
The Haribo Twin Snake.
Right, so
there's like two snakes. They joined.
No.
One sweet and one sour.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Shit, man.
It's a revelation.
I reckon we're going to blow up with that.
Don't eat sweets, kids.
No, don't eat sweets. But would you like a Haribo?
I would love a Haribo.
Have a Haribo.
I'm kind of fasting at the moment. I don't eat until lunchtime. So do you know what I will do?
Well, lunchtime, it's nearly there.
Pretty close. I will take...
Which one's your favourite?
I mean, I do like a ring. Because
be careful with that.
Yeah, I do like a heart as well, and then
do you like an egg?
I don't mind the eggs. Like people are.
Yeah.
It's soft now. Soft boiled this one.
All right. Okay. So there we go. So, but I'm sure Milad's going to say
ring egg heart combo.
I like it. Ring egg heart. I'm going to go heart.
Go for a heart.
Yeah, because I really love this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be a bit cheesy now, but I really love this episode. So. Giving it the love. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to actually eat and talk at the same time.
Go for it, mate.
Yeah.
So you slot.
I'm going to go Haribo there. Yep. It probably sounds shit on audio.
No.
And I'm also going to go an egg. And
nice.
I like the bear.
Oh, the little gummy bears. They get left out a lot. They're like the fluff filler. Isn't it? No one grabs that first. Like if you put a handful and you get a couple of bears.
Or like fruit pastels. There's a certain one you don't like.
Yeah, people don't like the green. I like the green.
Do you like the green?
Fruit pastel, yeah.
We're going way off track here, but I thought that was a bit of fun to bring that in.
Thanks, mate. I do like a Haribo.
That's all right.
I can't like kids and grown-ups love it so. A good taste, that is Haribo.
Right, let's start to wrap up. Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years? I mean, come on.
Great question.
Yeah. Can you look that far ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always thought 5-year plans. So in dentistry, we have these things called PDPs, which are personal development plans. And they ask you to write a 5-year plan constantly and always update it every sort of cycle. The next 5 years for me, so I'm 44 now, and I'm in my kind of 40 to 45 5-year plan. Then I've got another one from 45 to 50 plan. Yeah. So I think I've been doing dentistry 21 years. And I am now down to kind of 2 clinical days a week, where I mostly try and concentrate my practice on the smile makeover stuff and the kind of pretty things. I've got a really fantastic team at the clinic that do the other stuff, the routine stuff. So we have, I think dentistry wise, clinical wise, I will concentrate more on just the more specialized stuff I'm doing. So I think that's where career wise will be. I've got my own clinic that will continue with Avant-Garde, which I co-own. And actually now we have a whole board of team members, but it was started by my business partner, Robbie Hughes, who actually, you mentioned Klopp. Robbie did Klopp's teeth. Very famously. Started with Firmino's teeth, and Robbie's an outstanding clinician and really pushing the boundaries for R&D when it comes to dentistry and teeth and creating workflows that are reproducible and using digital dentistry to do so. But we've got a fantastic team at Avant-Garde. So continue, pushing things on with Avant-Garde. And so like professionally, that's where I see those things. Singing dentist side, I want to just keep doing what I'm doing and hopefully keep staying relevant, keep people entertained, and just see what we can really do with obviously the new team I've got in terms of, you know, change in dentistry. That legacy thing you mentioned was lovely for you to say. That would be fantastic if I can leave behind some kind of legacy and something I've done in dentistry. That would be good. And just continue to have fun with it. And the other element that I really want to continue exploring is the music side. So obviously the singing dentist has given me an opportunity to, you know, bring eyeballs towards me and what I like to do, but music was still obviously there and is a massive passion, and just even media, you know, being in front of the camera, I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, you are.
I enjoy it. And if, you know, we can transition long term into doing that sort of thing, whatever that might be. I mean, I've had a couple of cameos in movies.
Have you?
Loved doing it.
Awesome.
Honestly,
Awesome.
I've enjoyed it. I'd love to do that some more. Radio, I love. Performing, I love. DJing, I love. Music, I love. So just exploring those elements of it, because it'll be fantastic to be able to do that as well. So yeah,
what I'm hearing there, to summarize that, is you are not resting on your laurels. You're pushing forward. You're looking at the opportunity. Your team around you are maybe taking you a little bit sometimes out of your comfort zone and saying,
100%.
"Hey, Milad, this, yeah," and you're up for it. You know, so hey, listen, that is so cool. We've done the raising of the eyebrows.
Yes,
and you know, you have spoken throughout this episode of against the odds in certain situations, the determination, the consistency, the not listening to the naysayers and the trolls. You're inspirational. You're amazing. I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put you right, boom, on the spot, right? Because this podcast is called So What's Your Story? You've met me, you know a little bit about me, my character. Sometimes I'm a bit, and sometimes I know I'm like Marmite. Not everybody likes me, and you know what? That's okay. But you know, can you right now? So this is live. This is not live, as in we're not going out, but we're not going to edit and repackage this. Do a little parody for a little rap.
Okay.
For So What's Your Story, or just about me. You can have a little think about it.
Okay.
I'm going to eat some more Haribo.
Wow.
Can we do this?
A little freestyle.
Can we do it? Can we do it?
That's it. So my freestyle abilities aren't the best. Like I'm not one to quickly come off the dome. I'll have a go though. I mean, there are some outstanding freestyle people out there that I watch, and I think, how do they do that, man? Come up with stuff so straight off the bat. Stuff about So What's Your Story?
Or Ian, or how we've come together, or I mean, I'm helping you here. I'm giving you some ideas. It's like, you know,
okay,
we met at the dentist show. It was like,
that's it. We met at the dentist show. Now here we are with some Haribo. At last, doing a podcast. Never slow. We kind of fast. I'm supposed to fast. This freestyle's making me want to puke. Big up your dog, Duke.
Boom, that's the one, man.
My shit don't stink. My guy busting the pink. Show them the trainers, bro. Lift up your shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Look at this.
Pink.
Look. Pink t-shirt.
What do you think? This what does Jack and Nori, what's your story?
Oh, I think that's enough, right? We put the guy on the spot there.
Finding Dory.
He's getting better. He's getting in his flow now. He's
Gift and the glory.
Boom! Here we go. Here we go.
Cut you up, make it gory. Sorry, this is going bad.
Oh, no, this is going dark. Let's stop. Let's
stop.
So, hey, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, likewise.
I mean, honestly, man, you are so freaking cool.
Thank you,
follow Milad. Follow Singing Detective. Follow Singing Dentist. You got me at it now. I've got to drop in the wrong line.
Dropping freestyle.
I mean, you want me to try?
Have you got bars?
I don't know.
Let's see what you got.
All right, let's go. So I've come down to London to hang out with my man. We took a while to get here, but then he said, I can. So here we are. We're here today. We're chatting amongst good friends. We've wrapped it up. It's time to go. Let's drop the mic. Boom. The end.
Round of applause. Ian, my man. That was good.
Thank you,
3
brother.
days. It's better than mine. I feel bad now.
No, it's fine. We can take you out. Thank you so much to my guest today on So What's Your Story, Milad Shadrooh, who is the most amazing guy I've met in a very long time.
Thanks.
Singing dentist. Check him out. Listen to this episode. Go hang out on his socials. Follow him. Support him. And, you know, it is about entertainment. It is about edutainment, but it is also about a guy who's got a kind heart, a loving heart, is a gentleman, and also is here for you, not just himself.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
That's a wrap.
Appreciate
Drop the mic. Boom.
Done.